You even understand most things when you read or listen. But when it's time to speak, something happens. Your brain goes blank. You try to find the right words. You translate in your head, and your mouth refuses to follow your mind. You feel stuck. You feel slow. You feel like a beginner again. And you ask yourself one question over and over. Why can't I speak fluently when I know so much? Here's the truth most English teachers won't tell you. Reading and writing are not the same as speaking. You can read 100 books, solve 100 grammar worksheets, and memorize 1,000 words. But if your mouth doesn't move, if your tongue doesn't practice, if your brain and voice are not working together, then fluency will always feel like a dream. You don't need more rules. You don't need another app. You don't need to study harder. You need to train differently. There's one technique that can change everything. One technique that trains your brain, your ears, your tongue, and your memory. All at once. It's powerful. It's simple. And it works. It's called shadowing. Today, I will show you exactly what it is, how it works, why it works, and how to make it part of your daily routine. Because once you understand this method, English will no longer feel like a subject. It will feel like a skill, a muscle, a natural part of who you are. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will walk away with a system that can finally give you what you've been searching for. Fluency, confidence, freedom. Let's begin. What is shadowing? And why it works like magic? Shadowing means speaking with someone, not after them. It's like being their shadow. They speak, you speak at the same time. Just a second behind. You copy their voice. You copy their words. You copy their tone. You copy their rhythm. You copy their emotion. It's not repeating. It's not memorizing. It's not reading from a textbook. It's real training. Like a singer practicing a song or an actor practicing a role. Now let's go deeper. Why does shadowing work? Because it solves the three biggest problems in English speaking. 1. You think too much while speaking. Most English learners translate in their heads. You think in your language first, then try to find the English. This slows you down, confuses your brain, and creates fear. But when you shadow, you don't have time to translate. You follow the voice. You feel the sentence. You copy without thinking. This trains your brain to stop translating and start reacting. That's how native speakers speak. They don't build sentences in their heads. They feel them. Shadowing teaches you to do the same. 2. Your mouth isn't trained for English. English is not just words. It's music. It's rhythm. It's movement. The way you move your lips, your tongue, your jaw, it's different from your language. If your mouth is not trained, your words will sound slow, awkward, or unclear. Shadowing trains your mouth like a muscle. You repeat the same sounds again and again until your body learns them. Just like a dancer learns the steps, just like a pianist learns the notes, your mouth learns the patterns of English through repetition. 3. You don't practice speaking enough. Most learners spend 90% of their time reading and listening, and only 10% speaking. But you cannot learn to swim by watching swimming videos. You cannot learn to drive by reading about cars. And you cannot speak English fluently by only listening. Shadowing forces you to speak every day, loudly, clearly, even if you're alone, even if you make mistakes, even if you're not ready. Because the only way to improve your speaking is to speak. And shadowing is the best speaking practice in the world. You don't need a partner. You don't need a teacher. You just need a voice, a script, and your full focus. No other method does all of this together. It's like going to the gym, but for your brain, your ears, your tongue, and your confidence. And here's the secret. The more you do it, the more fluent you become, without even realizing it. You start to think in English. You start to speak faster. Your pronunciation gets better. Your confidence goes up. And slowly, English becomes your second voice. The best part? You don't need a classroom. You don't need grammar books. You don't need to wait for someone to speak with. You can do shadowing alone, anywhere, anytime. Even for just 5 minutes a day, in the shower, on a walk, before sleep, while doing chores. It's the most flexible method. It's the most practical method. And for many learners, it's the most powerful method they've ever used. Shadowing will feel difficult in the beginning. You will feel slow. You will miss words. You will want to quit. But that's normal. Remember, babies don't speak perfectly on day one. Musicians don't play perfectly on day one. Athletes don't win on day one. But they train every day. They repeat. They shadow. They practice the movement again and again, until it becomes natural. You must do the same. Shadowing is not a shortcut. It's a system. And if you follow it with discipline, your English will no longer feel like something you study. It will become something you live. And that's the goal. To live in English. To speak without fear. To express yourself clearly. To connect with the world. And to finally feel like English is your own language. Step 1. Choose the right material. Speak what you want to sound like. Shadowing is powerful. But if you start with the wrong material, you will get tired, frustrated, and give up. That's why this first step is not just important. It's everything. Most learners make one big mistake. They try to shadow things that are too fast, too advanced, or too boring. And within a few days, they feel like failures. So here's the truth. Your voice becomes what you listen to. Your accent becomes what you copy. Your English becomes what you repeat. So ask yourself, do you want to speak like a confident native speaker? Then don't shadow robot voices. Don't shadow computer voices. Don't shadow textbooks with no life or emotion. You must choose real, clear human voices. Voices that are full of life, energy, and clarity. Think of it like this. If you want to sing like your favorite artist, do you copy someone random? No. You choose someone who inspires you. If you want to play guitar like a legend, do you learn from a beginner? No, you watch the best. So when you want to speak English like a leader, a speaker, or a confident native, you must shadow people who sound that way. Here's what to look for. Clear pronunciation, not too fast, not too mumbled. Natural speed, not robotic, but not impossible to follow. Emotional voice, tone, feeling, expression. Topics you enjoy, something that excites your brain and heart. Some examples of great material to start shadowing. TED Talks. Choose slow speakers like Brené Brown or Simon Sinek. Short podcast clips, 3 to 5 minutes. Interviews with actors, authors, leaders. YouTube videos with clear speakers and transcripts. Short audiobook samples. English learners' speeches with subtitles. And very important, use content with subtitles or transcripts. Why? Because at the beginning, your ears will miss things. You need support. You need to see the words while you hear them. That helps your brain understand and your mouth follow faster. If the material is too hard, slow it down. If it's too boring, change it. If the speaker is too fast, Find a slower one. Remember, shadowing is not about speed. It's about precision. It's about building the perfect connection between your brain, your ears, and your mouth. And that begins by choosing the right material. This is your training ground. This is your foundation. Don't rush it. Choose a voice that makes you say, "Yes, I want to sound like that." Because every day you shadow that voice, you move one step closer to becoming it. Step 2. Listen first, then shadow. Train like a musician, not a parrot. Most people misunderstand shadowing. They think it means listen and speak at the same time. That's only part of it. Real shadowing has 2 stages. Stage 1, careful listening. 2. Stage 2, shadowing with attention. Let's talk about stage 1, listening. Before you shadow, you must listen with your full brain. No distractions, no multitasking, no lazy ears. This is not background listening. This is deep listening. Think of it like a musician learning a song. They don't just copy the notes. They listen to the rhythm. They feel the emotion. They understand the meaning behind every line. You must do the same. Listen to the sentence slowly. Focus on how the speaker connects the words, where they pause, what words they stress, the emotion behind their voice, the way their voice rises and falls. Don't just hear the words, feel them, understand the flow. Now comes stage 2, shadowing. Play the same audio again, but this time, speak with it. Yes, with it. Not after, not before, not paused. You try to match the speaker, 1 second behind, as if you are their shadow. You say exactly what they say. You copy their rhythm, their music, their energy. Not just the words, the entire voice. If they sound sad, you sound sad. If they sound excited, you sound excited. If they pause, you pause. If they stress a word, you stress it too. You become their echo. You become their second voice. And slowly, your own voice begins to change. Here's a powerful truth. You don't speak English with words. You speak English with patterns, with flow, with movement. Shadowing gives you that movement, but only if you respect the process. First, listen deeply, then shadow clearly. If you skip the listening, you will copy blindly. You will say words without understanding. You will repeat mistakes. But if you listen first, you speak with purpose. You speak with control. And that's how real fluency is born. So don't rush. Each time you shadow, do it like a musician preparing for the stage. Full focus. Full attention. Full feeling. Because every time you copy that voice, you're building a new voice inside yourself. And one day soon, that voice will be yours. Step 3. Shadow with the right speed. Don't force it, train it. Most learners make one huge mistake when they start shadowing. They try to speak too fast, like the native speaker in the video. And when they can't catch up, they feel frustrated and stop. Let me make one thing very clear. Shadowing is not a race. It's not about speed, it's about training. Think of shadowing like lifting weights in a gym. If the weight is too heavy in the beginning, you will hurt yourself. If the speaker is too fast for you, you will feel lost and discouraged. That's why it's not just okay to slow things down. It's smart, it's powerful, it's necessary. The best way to begin shadowing is by using a tool that allows you to control the speed of the audio. Most YouTube videos, podcast apps, and audio players today allow you to slow the playback speed to 0.75x or even 0.5x. That means the speaker will talk more slowly and clearly. This does not make you weak. It makes you focused. You are not trying to chase the speaker. You are trying to train your brain and mouth to move together. Here's a simple progression you can follow. 1. Start with 0.5x speed. If you are a beginner or new to shadowing, this is your best starting point. It helps your mouth get used to the sounds. You can hear each word clearly. 2. Move to 0.75x speed. Once you feel confident and can follow easily at 0.5x, go a little faster. You will feel the flow getting better. The rhythm will start to make sense. 3. Try normal speed, 1.0x. This is your goal. Not on day 1, but maybe day 10 or day 20. And when you finally shadow at full speed with full control, you will feel like a real English speaker. And if you're advanced, try 1.25 times or even 1.5 times. But only for challenge and fun, not for daily practice. Remember, shadowing is not about sounding fast. It's about sounding natural, clear, and confident. It's better to shadow slowly with full accuracy than quickly with confusion. Even professional athletes slow down difficult moves and repeat them until they are perfect. Even great musicians practice slowly before they perform quickly. And even confident speakers train slowly before they speak freely. Your goal is not speed. Your goal is mastery. And mastery comes when you stop trying to impress others and start training yourself with full control. So the next time you shadow, ask yourself, am I speaking with control? Can I hear every word I'm saying? Do I feel the meaning, or am I just making noise? If you slow down and train with care, your English will speed up naturally, with power, with confidence, and with clarity. Step 4. Copy the voice, not just the words. Feel the English, don't fight it. This is one of the most powerful steps in shadowing. And yet, most people miss it. They focus only on repeating the words. They say, I said the sentence. I finished the practice. I did it. But shadowing is not just copying the sentence. Shadowing means copying the voice behind the sentence. Because the true magic of English is not in the words. It's in the sound, in the flow, in the feeling, in the music of the language. Let me show you the difference. Take this simple sentence. I can't believe this happened. Now imagine saying it like a robot. I can't believe this happened. You said the words, but did you say them like a real speaker? Did you say them with real emotion? Did you feel the sentence in your voice, your breath, your body? Now say it like this. I can't believe this happened. Feel the stress on can't and happened. Feel the shock. Feel the emotion. Feel how some words are connected and others are strong. This is the real voice of English. Shadowing is not just about speaking. It's about becoming the speaker. When you shadow, you copy. The stress, the tone, the emotion, the pauses, the speed, the melody. You don't just speak like them. You feel like them. You step inside their mind for a few minutes and speak their truth. That's how fluency grows. That's how confidence grows. That's how your voice transforms. You must stop thinking of English as a test and start thinking of English as a performance. Not a performance to impress others, but a performance to express yourself. Actors train their voices. Public speakers train their voices. Leaders train their voices. And when you shadow, you are training yours. So the next time you shadow a speaker, don't just repeat the words. Ask yourself, how does this person sound? What emotion are they using? Where are they pausing? Where are they rising or falling in tone? Then match them. Copy them. Follow them like their voice is your mirror. And little by little, your brain will rewire. Your mouth will adjust. Your speaking will change. And one day, without even thinking, You will sound natural. You will sound clear. You will sound like someone who owns the English language. Because you didn't just study it. You felt it. You lived it. And now you speak it. Step 5. Repeat daily. Short, intense sessions. Win the game. Shadowing is not something you do once and expect results. It's not a magic pill. It's a daily workout for your English. Let me give you the truth right now. 1 hour of shadowing once a week will never beat 10 minutes of shadowing every day. Your brain doesn't grow by force. It grows by repetition. Your mouth doesn't improve by pressure. It improves by practice. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush for 2 hours once a week. You brush for 2 minutes every day. Why? Because consistency matters more than intensity. The same rule applies to English shadowing. Even 5 minutes a day will change your voice, your fluency, and your confidence, if you do it every day. Here's why short, intense sessions are better. You stay focused. You don't get tired. You learn faster. You enjoy the process. You build a real habit. When you do too much in one session, your brain gets tired. Your mouth gets lazy. You lose energy, and you stop enjoying it. But when you do short, focused sessions, 5 to 15 minutes, you stay sharp, you stay hungry, and you get better faster. You don't need 1 hour. You need 5 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes during lunch, 5 minutes before sleep. That's it. Those small moments done with full focus will change everything. You can shadow while brushing your teeth, doing dishes, walking outside, riding a train, sitting quietly at home. It doesn't matter where you are. It matters how consistent you are. Every single day, your brain must touch English. Your mouth must move in English. Your ears must hear English. Your voice must feel English. That's how you reprogram yourself. So make shadowing a non-negotiable part of your day. Not something you do when you feel like it. Something you do no matter what. Because the truth is simple. If you don't speak today, you won't speak tomorrow. If you speak every day, fluency becomes automatic. This is not a theory. It's a fact. Great speakers are not born. They are trained. And the ones who train daily, even for just a few minutes, always win in the end. Step 6. Record yourself and compare. The secret mirror trick. Shadowing is powerful. But do you know what makes it 10 times more powerful? Recording yourself. Most learners are afraid to do this. They say, I don't like my voice. I sound bad. I feel embarrassed. But guess what? That's exactly why you need to do it. You cannot fix what you cannot hear. When you record your voice while shadowing, something magical happens. You begin to notice your mistakes. You begin to hear the difference between your voice and the original speaker. You begin to understand exactly what needs to improve. It's like holding a mirror to your English. The mirror never lies. It shows you where you're strong and where you're weak. But here's the good news. Once you hear it, you can fix it. Let's say you shadow a sentence like, I'll be there in a minute. You record yourself, then you listen. You might realize you stressed the wrong word. You didn't connect be there smoothly. You sounded flat, with no emotion. You missed the rhythm of in a minute. Now go back, listen to the original again, shadow it again, with care, with focus. Then record yourself again, compare. Can you hear improvement, even 1% better? That's the goal. Every time you shadow plus record plus compare, you are upgrading your system. You are correcting your own mistakes without needing a teacher. This is called self-correction, and it's one of the most powerful learning tools in the world. 1. Choose one short clip, 20 to 30 seconds. 2. Shadow it once or twice. 3. Record yourself on your phone. 4. Listen to both voices. 5. Ask, do I sound similar? Am I matching the rhythm? Am I missing any sounds? 6. Repeat and improve. Do this every day. Save your recordings. And after 30 days, go back and listen to your first one. You will be shocked. You will smile, because you will hear your own growth. And that sound, the sound of improvement, is one of the best feelings in the world. Step 7. Review, reflect, and reshadow. Turn practice into progress. This final step separates average learners from unstoppable learners. Most people shadow once and forget it. They say, done, next. But they never return to the same clip. They never reflect. They never improve deeply. If you want real results, you must understand one thing. Repetition is the mother of mastery. Shadowing one clip again and again is not boring. It's smart. It's strategic. It's how top performers train. Let's say you shadowed a 30-second TED Talk clip today. You followed all steps. Good. Now tomorrow, instead of starting something new, go back to the same clip. Listen again. Shadow again. Record again. But this time, go deeper. Ask, am I more confident than yesterday? Can I shadow it faster? Can I add more emotion? Can I make it sound more natural? This is called layered learning. Every time you return to the same material, you see new things. You feel new levels. You grow more. Don't rush to collect 100 clips. Master 5 clips so well that they become part of you. And every week, review your best ones. Shadow them again like it's the first time, because your brain learns through review and reflection, not just new input. Monday, new clip. Tuesday, reshadow plus reflect. Wednesday, move to next clip. Thursday, reshadow previous clip. Friday, review both clips. Weekend, freestyle shadowing or relaxation. This keeps your practice fresh, deep, and powerful. And here's one final truth to remember. You don't become fluent by doing things once. You become fluent by returning to them again, with better eyes, sharper ears, and stronger energy. Repetition is not failure. Repetition is growth. Repetition is transformation. So never be afraid to reshadow, because each time you do it, you speak better. You understand deeper, and you become the speaker you always wanted to be. I was just like you. I knew English. I understood the grammar. I had studied for years. But when it was time to speak, I stayed silent. I was scared. I was slow. I felt like my mouth was locked. Then one day I discovered shadowing. It felt strange in the beginning. Repeating after someone, copying their voice, listening again and again, speaking out loud, alone. But I kept going, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, every day. Slowly, I noticed something. My mouth was moving faster. My words were clearer. I wasn't thinking anymore. I was just speaking. English stopped being a subject. It became a habit, a rhythm, a second voice. And that's when I realized shadowing didn't just change my English. It changed my confidence. It changed my energy. It changed the way I see myself. I no longer say, I'm trying to learn English. Now I say, I speak English. Not because I'm perfect, not because I know every word, but because I practiced every day, out loud, with focus, with fire. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Right now, your English is inside you, waiting to come out, waiting for your voice, waiting for your courage. Shadowing is the key. It's simple, it's powerful, and it works. So stop waiting for the right day. Start shadowing today. Train your brain. Move your mouth, feel the words, become the speaker you were meant to be. Because one day soon, you'll speak clearly, you'll speak confidently, and people will ask you, "How did you learn to speak English so well?" And you'll smile and say, "I didn't just study, I trained, I shadowed, and now I speak." If this video helped you, subscribe now. And let's keep growing together. Your English voice is waiting. Let's unlock it.